Alright, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Totally Ascended. I know it's been a minute since I've had a video out here, and trying to get back on my grind again, resituating and a bunch of other stuff. But first video back again, I wanted to talk a little bit about what's coming for Tekken 7. What's apparently about to happen is we're about to get a balance patch on the 4th, which is the exact same day that Overwatch 2 becomes playable, free, and whatnot. So that's going to be cool. But I just want to go in on this balance patch. Like, comment, subscribe. Like the video. Give boy some hype. I'm coming back. Trust me, I'm coming back. So, one of the biggest worries I have is for this patch that my character is going to get nerfed, as you can see on screen, Akuma, right? This guy's almost 100,000% getting nerfed, but the real question is, how hard is he going to get nerfed, right? Like, what are they going to do to him? Everybody keeps making these crazy suggestions slash wants for the character. Like, a lot of people want him to be pretty much gutted, right? I know that a lot of people want his jumps nerfed. I know a lot of people want his damage nerfed. They want his jab combos taken away. Okay, so I can't crush that. Yeah, I'm doing homework at the same time on Tekken itself, so because I had a lot of trouble with this guy. This was actually the last game we played. He was kind of mixing my stuff a little bit, a lot of it, but that's not the here or there. But I think they're gonna do a lot more to my character than they should, and they've been doing that or had that mindset for a while. Some characters are definitely in need of a toning down, but I don't necessarily think Akuma is big enough. Not big enough. I don't think he's as much of a problem as other people think he is, right? Like, I don't think he's right. I don't think he's a problem. I'm trying to think of the right sequence to fill it out. He's my thing about it is Akuma a strong character? Absolutely. Right. Right now he is. I think he's tied best character in the game with Fang. And the only reason I say he's tied is because while Akuma does have some sticky options, I think that because Akuma is so difficult to play, that he's much less, not threatening, but you're less scared to fight an Akuma than you are to fight a Fang, I think, in this day and age. Like, there's only a handful of people who are going to play Akuma to the level of which there's only a few people that are going to play Akuma to the level of which is actually that threatening, right? Like, I know there's a lot of people that like to say, oh, I fight Akumas that do all the super death combos. Oh, I fight Akumas that are this strong. Akuma's just broken, blah, blah, blah. If that was the case, these same people would be winning tournaments, right? If people are really making the claims that Akuma is as broken as they say he is, these players should be winning tournaments, right? There's no reason why these players shouldn't be winning tournaments if Akuma is this broken, quote unquote, right? So I think a lot of people are capping when it comes to Akuma, definitely, and I'm just worried that because people have put in such a huge level of complaints with the character that he's gonna get nerfed in a way that he really doesn't need to be, and it really sucks because Akuma's a hard character. I stand by saying he's the hardest character in the game because the punishment you get for dropping like focus combos, and that's something we all do as Akuma players. That's something I do. K2 Ro, Super Akuma, Farzine, Atif Bud, a Wise Hani, all of us. If you mess up your focus combo, that meter is gone, and you're just stuck without meter, right? And obviously, meter is such an important resource to Akuma as a character, and it really sucks to be held back by a lack of labbing and a lack of training against the character, right? Because the truth of the matter is that there's not enough Akuma players for people to really hammer out the matchup, right? Obviously, people like Arslan Ash have a good handle on the matchup because he plays with the best Akumas in the world, right? And those that play with Super Akuma a decent bit are good against him, or who have already like had experience fighting him as a player can counter him in the character if they know what they're doing, right? So I'm just keeping my hopes up that they don't try to gut Akuma. Being as hard of a character as he is, if they nerf him too hard, he becomes unplayable. Right? And I know a lot of people say, oh, that's just cap, because Geese is still playable. That's different for Akuma. If you straight up take away confirms and more confirms and more options, then you're going to have to compensate. Right? You're going to have to compensate and give him something else. So, I think this patch coming is a product of just pure whining. Everybody's like, oh, they didn't nerf Akuma, they didn't nerf Akuma. What for? I understand wanting to nerf Fang, right? Moving on to Fang. Fang is a character that definitely needs to be looked at, because the minute Ni won Evo with Fang, we started seeing Fangs pop up all over the place, right? We saw Joka dual maining Heihachi and Fang, right? We saw, was it Rukang? I don't think it was Rukang. But several players in general have popped up with a Fang Wei in tournament, right? You've never seen these guys play Fang Wei before prior to Ni winning Evo, and now all of a sudden you see a billion Fang players pop up out of nowhere, right? You see them playing the character, you see them playing the character even before Ni won Evo, right? Actually, Joey Fury was doing really good with his Fang Wei in tournament, so that's another thing. A lot of Fang Wei players just insta-picked him up. Like, he's instant gratification, right? He's not nearly as hard as Akuma is, so that's part of the reason why I feel like he's in the same tier of Akuma, if not a notch above, because of his lack of difficulty and just how versatile he is as a character, having mixed throws, having great space control, good damage, great damage actually with some of the combos he can do, great wall stuff. He's just an absurdly dumb character, to be honest. Another character that we know is getting touched is Zafina. That was another wind-about character, which is also another character I actually don't think needs a nerf. I don't think Zafina is overpowered. Like, I've yet to see Zafina really just be so overbearingly strong that she needs to be nerfed. Like, she's not oppressive. It's just Arslan Ash is really good with Zafina, right? And it's really annoying when people are like, oh, these characters need to be nerfed when they're in the hands of some of the best players in the Tekken community, right? It really sucks that people are so willing to nerf characters that the good players are winning with, right? Just because they're winning doesn't mean they need to be nerfed, right? Who else is doing things with Zafina like that, right? Like, come on now. It's just Arslan Ash being really good. Arslan Ash, obviously being a strong player of the character, and Shadow played a lot of sets with him, finally able to take sets, or take a good, solid set against Arslan Ash himself. So it stands to reason that from playing Arslan, he learned a lot of stuff about Zafina, right? So I think it just makes sense that Shadow has a good Zafina now. Like, he has a really good Zafina. Even before, Shadow was a really good player. But I say that to say that even then, it's very obvious that Arslan, especially in his most recent tournament, Arslan isn't so keen into Zafina being super duper duper strong because of the fact that he switched off characters, right? In one term, he played Kazumi, he played Steve, he played. I don't think he played Katarina. He played Kunimitsu, right? He switched off his character, right? And I feel like when you're willing to switch off somebody who's supposed to be the clear best character in the game, or clearly OP, or needs nerf type character, I don't think a character that needs nerfs would be switched off of, right? And I honestly think that the reason that Arslan Ash is actually trying out all these characters, maybe, and maybe it'd be the same case for the other players, is that they know their characters are about to get nerfed. So they're like, okay, well, I guess I need to start dancing around and picking some other characters because my character's about to get nerfed, and I don't know what they might nerf because people whine so much about it, and my character can end up becoming complete and total garbage based on certain nerfs, depending on what they do. Right? They could just kill my character because I'm winning with them, and it sucks. It sucks really bad. So that's another character that I could definitely see getting nerfed. But I don't know what else is gonna come through. I haven't really seen anybody do anything, so there's nothing to go off of, I guess, in that case. But it's probably just gonna be putting Akuma, Fang, and Zafina on the chopping block because everybody's like, these three characters need to be nerfed, too strong, and it's like, okay, shut up. You know, that's just how I am. That's just how I feel about it. I feel like these characters are about to legitimately get gutted for no reason, right? And all they need is, like, slight tuning, right? Like I said, I don't think Akuma needs a nerf at all because there's still not enough people to warrant nerfing this character, right? You have people that will switch to Akuma, or they have an Akuma, right? But these same people have been playing Akuma for 3 or 4 seasons, right? A Weiss Hani and Super Akuma have been playing Akuma since release, right? Atif Butt has been playing Akuma for a very long time, so he's got time with the character. Book has always had an Akuma, but it just hasn't ever been good enough to like pull out. But now he's got his footing with the character to where he can at least counter people. And even then, if he really wants to win, he's not going to go Akuma. He's going to go Jin, right? He's going to go Jin. So I'm very skeptic of this patch. I think this is going to be a really terrible patch, especially for Akuma players, because even with all the hard work we put in, our character's probably going to still get smacked, right? The only legitimate nerf, in my opinion, they could make is just take away the running 3 combo, right? The running 3 effect, which is fine. You can take that away. He doesn't need that. Like that was completely. He didn't need it before. It's just a little bit of extra damage, right? People are like, oh, it's so broken. It's not that big a deal. But I just really hope they don't gut the character. Is my only complaint, right? And they have a good track record of gutting characters, and it's crazy because all these people that want him nerfed, they're just not gonna. Y'all don't play him, and I know y'all don't play against Akumas at this caliber because I don't see Akumas of this caliber in the videos. I watch multiple Tekken scenes, and the only time I see an Akuma really doing something is if it's K2-Ro, Super Akuma, or a Weiss Hani, right? Because those are the real Akumas, right? Or a Teeth Butt. Everybody, the character obviously can't be that OP if nobody is solo manning him and winning. Like, let's use logic. But I guess, man, we'll see. But I appreciate you guys listening to me rant about this. So, like, comment, subscribe. Leave some comments down below what you think is probably about to happen. Do you think Akuma should get gutted, and why? Do you think people like me, you think they should just learn the freaking matchup after 5 seasons, or just keep whining and get them nerfed? Do you think Zafina should be nerfed? Do you think Fang should be nerfed, right? Let me know in the comments below. But until then, I'll catch you later. Peace.